Before we understand sentence in more detail, we need to understand a simple concept here that is named as clause. So what is a clause? A clause is a combination of words with a subject and a verb. Please understand and remember the important part here is it should have a subject and it should have a verb. An example, Ram enjoyed. It's a very simple sentence or it's a very simple clause. It has a subject and it has a verb. She is crying because her father died. She is crying is one part of the sentence. Her father died is another part of the sentence. So they individually are called as clause. Don't worry about the because in between because we will have separate discussions of these conjunctions. How can we use these conjunctions to join two simple sentences? Moving on, question arises, how many types of clause do we have? So we have two types of clause, independent clause and dependent clause. Let's discuss them in more detail. An independent clause is also known as main clause. I'm very much sure that moreover in your grammar books or any video that you're watching, you will always listen main clause. It's very rare people call independent clause. And they make complete sense. They stand alone and they hold the complete meaning of the sentence. That means, as the name suggests, independent, they don't need to be dependent on other sentence to make a meaning out of it. An example, Ram shouted. So Ram is a subject over here. Shouted is a verb. And as we discussed in the definition of a clause, that it's a combination of words and always have a subject and a verb. So this sentence over here, Ram shouted, makes complete sense. And it doesn't need any complementary sentence to give it more meaning. Another example, Lakshman watched movie. Lakshman is your subject, watched is your verb, and movie is object. So in this sentence, again, we understand that this is an independent clause. It doesn't depend on other part of the sentence to get its meaning. Moving on, we have our second type of clause, that is dependent clause. As I always say, in grammar, most of the concepts are derived from the word itself. So please understand the word carefully. Automatically, you will have the meaning in your hand. Over here, dependent clause means something that is dependent on something or a clause or maybe a next statement or a sentence. So dependent clause is also known as subordinating clause. And it is dependent on the main clause for its meaning. That means if you have a clause which has a subject and a verb, but it doesn't make much sense to you, that means it's a dependent clause. Let's look into some examples. You bought for me. Don't you think it's kind of incomplete? You bought for me? What? What did you buy for me? Is a simple question that comes to our mind. Let's look into another example. Cat was smarter. Over here, smarter shows a comparative degree. And we are not sure whether cat was smarter than a rat or it was smarter than any other animal. So please understand, a dependent clause will be having a subject and a verb both. But it will be incomplete in its meaning and hence it is recognized as dependent clause. Moving on, let's get back to our primary topic, that was sentence, and let's understand how many types of sentence do we have.